Did you know that children go missing at Disneyland all the time? And they're not always recovered. And even if they are recovered, it's always slipped on the rug. And a door opened up on one of the walls, and someone came out and they got him and brought him behind there, and then they did horrible things. I won't get into it. The horrible things to him. If somebody dies at Disneyland, which happens, they never announce them dead at the park. They will only announce them dead when they take them out.
Be our guest, be our guest, put our theories to the test. Tie your tinfoil nice and tightly, we'll explain the cryptid rest. Dreams are sold, bought and spun, stories tweaked for everyone. History gets reimagined till the truth and lies are one. Woo! I feel like that was bad.
I want to clap for us. Because no one else will be.
Maybe we just do yours because I feel like that's probably enough.
Well, I don't know. Maybe we'll keep it on there.
Okay,
We'll see. Okay. Well, that was
I feel
fun.
like I didn't hit the notes.
You did. You sounded really good.
Did it?
You had vibrato and everything. Yeah. You rocked it.
Okay.
All right, my friend. So what are we talking about today?
So today we're diving down the deep, dark hole of Disney.
Yes. An unfortunate subject, in my opinion, because I used to love Disney.
Oh, same.
We were pass holders. We were there all the time because we lived so close. And the day I learned there was a dark history, and a lot of stuff goes on at Disneyland too, and Disney World. And obviously you can go back into their movies, which I think most people know.
Yeah.
You know, they put
Do they?
hidden
I
messages.
feel like a lot of people just want to like look the other way and pretend like it's fine.
That may be,
you
but I
know?
feel like everyone's heard of like
some
of it.
Yeah,
like Aladdin
something.
saying,
Well, lots of things, yeah.
Yeah.
Wait,
can
Aladdin
get into
saying what?
you don't know that one?
No.
Okay, so when Aladdin's on the magic carpet at the balcony and Jasmine's up there at night,
Mhm.
he's talking to her, and then as he goes, I think it's like right as he goes back down, he says, "Take off all your clothes."
No, he doesn't.
Yeah. Really, really quickly. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
And then, you know, the one of sex being in the stars, the word sex, I think it's on Lion King or
yes,
something.
Lion King, I remember that one.
There's a lot of that weird things. And then let's talk about the priest on Little Mermaid. So when her and her Prince Charming are getting married on the boat,
Okay.
it's a beautiful day. Pretty sure there's like a rainbow in the background. And there's this little priest, and he's like 2 foot nothing for some reason. And he gets you know what?
No.
Pop out of his pants. I don't want
Ew.
to say it, but yeah, he does. And they had to
Stop.
redo it. Yeah. Mhm.
Okay, well, I mean, that's on theme for them for Little Mermaid because remember the art, like oh my goodness, the
What?
poster for the Little
Oh,
Mermaid
yeah, the
and
castle.
the castles were like the spires
Uh-huh.
were like male appendages.
Yes, they were.
Yeah.
Or at least one was like very, very, very obvious too.
Yes. And they're like, we didn't have enough time. That's why it looks like that. Okay. And
Yeah.
also maybe we should say like disclaimer for children listening to this one.
Yeah. Yeah, I think
I
a
feel
few
like
of our
there's a
episodes
lot
we
of
probably
things-
could have plugged that in. Because we
Yeah.
do talk about some things that like aren't for like little ears.
Mhm.
And yeah, this would definitely ruin
I
the
mean,
childhood
even
if they
just
learned this
because
about
so much.
Disney.
Well, not only that, but I feel like so much of it is just like sexual perversion, and
It
that's
is.
kind of what we're going to go into and talk about. So, yeah, I feel like just disclaimer maybe that like some of this may not be for littler ears.
Yeah.
So, but on a
You've been
more
warned.
exciting note, can we talk about your Cinderella shoes?
Oh
that you
yes,
have
I
on?
do have my sparkly Cinderella shoes on.
They're so cute. Her glass slippers.
My glass slippers, that's right. Yep. And I love your dress. It reminds me of
Thank
Belle.
you. Yes, we dressed up. Even though we don't do Disney, we still are not opposed to being
Princess.
dressed up and dolled up. Yeah, princesses.
Yeah.
So
Uh-huh. Yeah. It's fun. We
Yeah.
like dressing up for the occasion when we can.
exactly. So for those of you that are listening, you're gonna have to rewatch.
Yeah,
on
you're missing
YouTube.
out.
Rewatch so you can see what we're wearing, and
Yes.
then also make sure you like, subscribe, save, so that way you never miss a
Yes,
future
please.
episode.
Yes, it helps a ton. So we really appreciate everyone that does. So yeah.
Yes, the algorithm.
the algorithm
It's what it
blesses
demands.
thy ones with multiple likes.
Yes,
Pretty sure that was grammatically incorrect how I just said that, but
it's okay. We
I'm
know.
trying to tap into like my like inner princess, and she's just not there. I grew up in the 90s.
Takes practice.
I can't speak like the old English did.
No. We could do Valley Girl.
Like,
Totally.
Okay.
All right.
Okay, so where do we want to start? Do we want to start, because there's Walt Disney. He's got some weird things with his background and like certain, brotherhoods and things he was tied to. Go back to like old Disney films, cartoons, Disneyland. I don't know. Like, I don't know where to start with this one. So I'm going to let you pick.
Yeah. I mean, we can kind of just start from the beginning, I guess, with like.
It's always good. Once upon a time.
In a dark and dreary forest. I guess we can start like just with the earlier movies, or we could start even with Walt himself. But I mean, I think it's more interesting to talk about the earlier movies and kind of maybe some of the stories and inspiration that Disney, used to create their movies.
Yeah.
I feel like they don't have a ton of, in the beginning, they didn't have any original movies. It was all just remakes of already classic Grimm Brother, or even before that, fairy tales. So.
Yeah, well, here's some examples. Like, I love this because, I think during our research, we found out like pretty much every single Disney film is based off of like a very dark fairy tale.
Most fairy tales were dark because I guess most fairy tales were they were orally passed down. And so they were more or less for adults, not so much children. It was more just adults sharing, stories around the fire or whatever they did.
Whatever they did back then.
While they were,
Yeah, like while they were doing their chores, I think it was just a way to pass the time.
Yeah. So some that were kind of interesting. So one of Disney's first movies, or I guess it was a movie. I don't know if it was a short, but it was in Little Red Riding Hood.
I think they did a short film on that.
Yeah. So the original Little Red Riding Hood was basically based on, it wasn't a girl. It was actually a woman, an adult, who was like a seductive,
temptress?
Yes, temptress. That's a good word. And so anyways, she's going through the woods, meets a wolf who is supposed to be, I think, like a predator, right? You're supposed to be like aware. And in this story, she goes and is like, I'm going to my grandmother's house, And the wolf beats her there, kills the grandmother. And
does he eat her?
Yeah, he eats her. And wait, isn't he eating her when Little Red gets there and offers her some food and was like...
I don't remember that part.
Yeah.
Probably.
Yeah.
But it's, so keep going though. Sorry.
Eat meat and eat this wine. Drink this wine.
So he's like serving up the grandmother. Okay.
And then basically what I've heard is one of the versions of the original was that the wolf was like, she's like, what? He's like, come closer. And she's like, I can't. Like, what about my cape? And he's like, take it off. And so she takes it off and throws it into the fire. And then like with every piece of clothing, she takes it off and throws it into the fire. Basically, she's doing like a little like striptease for the wolf, right? But in my mind instantly goes to like werewolf, like, or shapeshifter or something, because the wolf is talking to her. So then I don't know. That's just
but doesn't she think it's the grandma this whole time?
I don't know. Like,
that's what I thought, which is even creepier. The whole thing is so creepy and like disturbing, and like
the moral of the story is like, don't be a loose woman and don't trust predators,
right,
or something like that.
Right. Yeah, exactly. But then they decided to turn that into a kid's story. But even the kid's story is dark. It's like Disney didn't take away all the darkness of these fairy tales. Like, they kept it in there. They just kind of repackaged it to like make it just enough.
Well, in the Disney one, it's not a wolf, it's a man, which is even creepier. He's like, oh, like you're a little child. Like, I feel like that's kind of like pedophile.
Ooh. Yeah.
So, anyways.
Creepy. Yeah, I don't like that one bit.
Yeah.
Like Pinocchio. Okay, so
Pinocchio.
I'm sure a lot of people listening can agree. Like, there were certain Disney movies as a kid I hated. So Pinocchio was one.
Bambi.
Hated it. Bambi was I cried every time.
I didn't like that.
And then also
Fox and the Hound.
Fox and the Hound. I liked Fox and the Hound, but it was still sad.
It's really sad.
But then also Alice in Wonderland always creeped me out.
That was weird.
It's like a fever dream. You know that they admitted it was based off of a drug trip. They finally admitted it, that it was, because people said that forever. It was like, this is like a freaking drug
like you're
trip.
doing, well, and it was that time too. That time
and so they finally came out and were like, yes, that's what it was based off of.
I mean, the
Which
caterpillar
is why, as
was
a kid, I didn't like it.
Smoking hookah.
He was, straight up. And like everything about it was creepy.
You're eating shrooms.
Yeah, and it really was. It was like a fever dream. Like, I remember as a kid being like, this is so weird, and I didn't like it. But Pinocchio, did not like the movie at all. I don't think I even watched it that many times as a kid, because I thought it was so creepy. And now I know why.
Yeah, I think I rewatched it after we had our own children, and I was just like, this movie is awful, and we like threw it away.
Yeah, it deserves to be in the garbage. It's a garbage movie. And okay, so Geppetto is the father. I think he's a loving father in the movie. He wants to take care of his child. He goes out and gets swallowed by a fish trying to find his son.
Yeah.
But then there's these predators that take him onto this almost like a circus type thing, right? Like he's a performer, lock him up, and then he all the little boys are now being collected. So the guy, the circus, whatever, what do you call that? The one that owns a circus?
Okay, wait, is it?
It's a traveling show. It's like he's in a traveling show.
Okay, so there's a traveling show, and then he escapes from them, and then this fox and cat befriend him.
That's right.
Yes. And they take him, they're like...
Take all the naughty boys to Pleasure Island.
Yes.
Where they come as boys and they leave as something else.
Right.
And they turn into a donkey. Which is a word. Another word is,
an ass.
Ass.
So
it's did they leave as a piece of?
Yeah, that's what
ASS?
My thoughts were.
It's super, super creepy.
But also they strip their clothes off of them. I
know.
Too. They legit rip their clothes off of them and then turn them into donkeys.
Why was this a kid's thing? And why did parents just let their kids? And I'm not dogging anyone, but it's you really look at it, it's a creepy film.
It's really creepy.
Yeah.
So I do not like that one at all.
Yeah. So it's if they were really a wholesome company, just wanting to make fun films for kids and a magical place to go ride some rides, they would not have these stories be like this. There's always a parent dying or one already being dead. There's your kids getting lost, kids getting kidnapped. There's always trauma. I think really it was they were trying to traumatize a generation of children through their films.
Probably. I mean, and we already know that Disney and the CIA have very close ties. They work together. The land that Disney's on is owned by the Crown. Did you know that?
Yes.
Yeah, isn't that crazy?
But isn't that only Disney World?
Disney World, yeah.
Okay, yeah. Yeah.
Because there was a bunch of stuff that came up recently with Florida when they were pushing certain agendas, and they were like, yeah, we're not doing that. And so they tried to sue them, and they're like, can't, sorry.
Yeah.
We're owned by the Crown.
Yeah. And I even heard they have their own police force as well at Disneyland and things like that.
Okay. I didn't know that, but that doesn't surprise me. Let me see. I wrote it down because I thought this was so crazy.
Well, while you look that up, I was just going to expound on the police thing. It kind of makes sense because did you know that children go missing at Disneyland all the time? And they're not always recovered. And even if they are recovered, it's always swept under the rug. And if somebody dies at Disneyland, which happens, they never announce them dead at the park. They will only announce them dead when they take them out.
Unless they're decapitated.
Well, those you can't hide because it happens in front of people.
Yeah, that happened a couple times. Somebody got decapitated on a ride.
Space Mountain, was it? I think that happened at some point.
Yeah.
A long time ago.
I can't remember. I think I wrote down.
There was a woman doctor that died at Disneyland.
And then there was also a girl who was a college student who got smashed between the rotating stage.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah. Isn't that gross?
Yes.
So those things you can't.
I mean, some accidents are going to be accidents. I'm not saying that's Disneyland's fault.
No, but still.
But it's definitely not the happiest place on earth for everyone. It's the worst place on earth for some people.
Well, the one that was really weird about the ride, the person they on rides over, they saw her. I think it was a boy. They saw him fly out. Just there was no reason. He literally looked like he just got chucked out.
Wow.
Yeah, he didn't jump. It literally looked like he was just flung out.
A malfunction on the ride, and he flung out.
But it wasn't the ride. I don't know. I don't think the ride jerked him out. It was
threw him out.
It was something threw him out.
Oh my gosh.
Isn't that weird?
Yes.
So I don't know.
I don't like that one bit.
I don't like it either.
Dang.
And then it was the Matterhorn bobsled. It was a girl named Dolly. That's what it was. She went to the ride and sat down in the back of the carriage by herself. And then as the ride progressed, she was thrown out of the bob car without any warning.
What? How does that even happen?
And it said at this moment, it was witnessed by other passengers in the Skyway gondola, the ride over. And she landed on the tracks, and there was another car coming down, and it collided with her.
No.
And it literally decapitated her. And it was a father and his girls that were in the other bobsled.
No, so they saw it?
No, it said that he hurried and covered their eyes because he saw her in the way. That's fast thinking on the dad's part.
Yeah, it is. Way to go, Dad.
I know. Isn't that crazy? So, yeah.
Oh my gosh, that's so scary.
I know.
But I've been on that ride so many times. I don't really know how you get thrown out. Well, I used to go to Disneyland all the time.
So
like I know
it's
that
an
place
older
like the back
ride,
of my
right?
hand.
Like the
Matterhorn, yeah, it's older.
Okay.
They redid it like years ago,
Okay.
but it's like there's no like loop-de-loops. There's no crazy
That's why
drops.
it's weird that she got thrown out.
That's what I'm saying. It's a weird one to be thrown out. I feel like if you're in a ride like the one that the California coaster where it takes you under upside down, okay, you might fall out, I guess. But like, I don't know. That's strange.
It freaks me out. I don't know.
Yeah.
I mean, because at Lagoon, this is kind of like side note, but Lagoon, the amusement park in Utah, they had the like Colossus, which had the 2 loops. And I remember before they like switched them out, they had, because now they come over your shoulders.
Which they should.
When I was younger, it went just across the lap and I literally was slipping out. My aunt thankfully looked over and was like pushing me down into it because I was like falling out of the like loops.
Yeah, I don't understand how we had rides with just a strap on the like a bar. That happened to me at so we also, because we lived in California, Knott's Berry Farm was close.
Okay.
And there was one, it was called the Ghost Rider. So it was like this big wooden rickety looking roller coaster, and there was like a big drop at one point, and I was in the very front car, and they had the bar that came down, but I was so petite that like there was like so much gap between the bar and my lap, like it wasn't holding me in. And we were like, we're going to this top, and then as soon as like we started to tilt downward, like I'm holding on and like my body started slipping forward. The bar was down to my knees. Like I was like that far over. And then when it like finally when it went down and like we went like flat again, I like flew back in my seat.
Oh my gosh.
I'll never forget that. I was like, I literally almost just flipped out the front of this thing. Yeah.
Terrifying. I don't like that. Gosh. Not safe. So
no, not safe.
I was like freaked out. I didn't go back on there again.
Yeah, no kidding. No, same
That's
with me.
Even more terrifying.
It was very scary.
To your knees?
So,
oh my gosh.
Yeah. So anyway.
Okay.
So accidents happen. We get it. But like also Disneyland, it's and this is not a conspiracy. There's underground tunnel systems all underneath the park. Yeah. And I mean, that's how the cast members get around and things like that. But there are a lot of stories that, again, like get swept under the rug because Disney controls so much of people getting trafficked and taken down underneath these tunnels in Disneyland because there's hidden doors all over the park, in rides, outside the rides. They have like surveillance everywhere. They have cast members that look like just their normal patrons, but they're cast members that are working the job, like walking around doing things, but they look like they're just guests.
That's creepy. Why? Why would you do that?
I don't know. Exactly.
I mean,
Why?
I know that they had, I think it was a yellow dress. Wasn't it yellow or blue? I don't remember what color it was, but like little girls in a certain color dress that would be picked up and trafficked right out of Disney. Do you remember that?
So they would dress them as like that was the marker that these kids are supposed to be trafficked. How sad. Oh my gosh.
So that was one of the things.
Well, I know it reminds me, and I know we've talked about Nathan Reynolds before on the podcast. And he'll probably continue to come up because his story is so dark, but he was born into a satanic family, was put through a lot of sexual abuse and things like that. And he lived in like the LA area, and they were, or I don't even know if he lived there, but they were there frequently. And his grandpa would take him to Disneyland and he would go be taken underground and tortured. And he explained like how they would put people, and I've seen this, and I don't know if this is really what's happening every time, but you're waiting in line for a ride, let's say Pirates of the Caribbean, and you're watching the boats come up, and they'll let like 3 boats go by that are empty. And then they'll put someone in a boat, and then they'll keep them going, and there'll be like multiple boats empty, and you're like, why aren't they filling these with people? It's just holding up the line.
Yeah.
Well, he said that the reason, in his experience, they did that is that he was alone in his little boat, and he was going through the ride and no one was around him because, the ones ahead of him are empty.
And it's dark.
Behind him. It's so dark in there. And you know how the rides will stop as well? And I'm not saying this is every time.
But it's good to be aware of.
People came, when it stopped, he's in Pirates of the Caribbean alone in his little boat. And it stopped. And a door opened up on one of the, the walls. And someone came out and they got him and brought him behind there. And then they did...
horrible things.
I won't get into it. But horrible things to him. Yeah. And then he was put back on the ride later on and then came out the end. But like stuff like that, like if that's really happening at Disneyland, I don't want anything to do with it anymore, which breaks my heart because I used to love Disneyland.
Yeah.
But
and just there's so much subliminal messaging, and like I think too, like we've almost just become desensitized to just like the darkness of some things, like you add glitter, you add some cute songs, and like suddenly it's okay. Like, you know what I mean? It's like glitzy, like, but they do take liberties. Like they do change the stories up. Like with the Sleeping Beauty story, we kind of talked about that. That was like a super dark story. Prince Charming kisses her, wakes her up in the Disney movie. They live happily ever after. But in the real story, like, that's not exactly how that plays out.
Let's hear the real story.
And so we've already did the disclaimer, right? Of like, this is not for little
for kids.
ears. Yes. So in the original story, I think I wrote it down because I was just like, that is so wild.
Yeah, you were telling it to me. It's very, very creepy and dark.
Yeah. So the original Sleeping Beauty, she is basically told like your daughter's gonna like prick her finger, not with a needle, but it was like she was gonna get like a sliver from flax, like the like wheat. Yeah.
Okay.
And so like flax wasn't allowed anywhere in the castle. She like sees an old woman and like she does prick her finger on the flax and falls asleep. So she's asleep for 100 years. The prince is going through the woods and like sees this old abandoned castle and decides to, I don't know, it's a good idea to go in and be like, hey, like what's going on in here? So he goes in, checks it out, sees her sleeping. In the Disney version, he just kisses her. But in this version, he actually like, I think it's necrophilia. I don't know. But he rapes her while she's asleep, gets her pregnant. She has twins, has the twins somehow. And then the twins are like trying to figure out like how to eat, and they find her finger that has the like flax in it, and one of them like sucks the piece of like flax sliver out, and she wakes up. And then the prince comes back, finds her awake, that he has twins, but like plot twist, like he's already married. He has a wife, and this wife is like evil and wants to kill his children. And I think it said like make him eat them. Like she like tells a huntsman to like kill them, bring back like whatever organs so that she can like feed it to the king as his punishment.
Gosh.
Yeah.
Weird.
Mm-hmm.
I'm like, what's the purpose of these?
No.
What's the moral of that story?
I mean, I feel like all of these fairy tales were to like instill fear.
Yeah.
To like help your kids like, I don't know, stay in line.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
But I just feel like that's really dark. Like that's really
dark.
gross. And so anyways, the huntsman won't do it. So then she wants to kill Snow White, or not Snow White, Sleeping Beauty too, because obviously like, he likes her. And somehow, I don't remember exactly what happens, but he ends up killing like the queen, or I don't remember like the end of the story, but the evil queen ends up dying.
Okay, well that's good at least.
I guess, but then she's still stuck with the creepy prince.
Yeah, total creeper.
I don't know.
Wow, so weird. Yeah.
Just like super dark origins.
Very.
But then like you see the Disney version and it's like, so light and fluffy and...
But still, like, there's parts of it that aren't, too. It's, like, all mixed in. Like you were saying, like, you could take, like, a dark, creepy story and, like you said, like, throw some magical things on it and pretty princesses. But, like, really at the root of it, like, you look at, like, the storylines that they're telling, like, they are dark.
Yeah. I mean, I remember, like, even watching Snow White, and when the queen is, like, going to become, like, the old woman.
Yeah.
Like, her books, like, say black magic and alchemy, and it has, like, all the titles of things that, like, we're told, like, don't mess with that, right? Like,
there's so much of that in Disney movies. Like, a lot of the magic, to me, in Disney is kind of, like, just tied to the black magic world.
Yeah.
Like, there's old cartoons where there's, like, Daffy Duck, or not Daffy, Donald, that's what Looney Tunes.
Yeah.
Donald Duck. And in the background, it says on, like, this chalkboard or poster behind him, it says, ask about the Illuminati. And then there's, like, a lot of the all-seeing eye with the pyramids everywhere. There's a whole video, again, it's with Donald Duck, I think, and it shows the pentagram, and it teaches kids about the pentagram, and it shows him going to this, like, weird cave, and there's, like, people going in there, a secret society, and it's, like, they go in there, and they talk about mathematics and all these things, like sacred geometry.
Yeah.
And so he follows them in there, and then he ends up shaking hands with one, and the pentagram shows up on his hand.
No.
But, like, this is what they were showing children.
Right. Like, and that's annoying, too, because it's like sacred geometry was like God's first.
100%.
You know what I mean? It's like the enemy is just, he can't make anything of his own. So he just steals it and perverts it.
That's right.
So.
Yeah. But but again, it's like that's nothing to, like, kids, it's not a lesson kids need to know. So, like, I don't know. I don't think it really takes that much digging to see that Disney doesn't, have the best interest of children at heart, really.
Well, it's very sexual. There's like so much like sexuality, like especially Aladdin was like super sexual. Like I feel like, I mean, even towards the end where like the bad guy gets the lamp and is basically like I want the princess to fall in love with me.
Mhm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, it
Like,
was so creepy.
that was creepy. It's like you're forcing. Yeah.
He was like this old creepy man trying to
Yes.
get this young girl to fall in love with him.
And how old was she, do you feel like?
Probably like
16,
probably.
15, 14?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think so. Yeah.
So.
Yeah.
So gross.
I don't know.
But have you, I mean, there's like so many weird things floating around about like, I don't know, Disney. Like I've heard like Walt has his head like on ice somewhere.
Yeah. What is that called? Cryogenics or something like that? Yeah.
There was like a show that came out and was like making fun of it. It was, I don't remember what show it was, but basically it like showed him as like a head, like
really?
that he had been frozen.
That's like a real theory though. Like people like really
well, they're
believe
really
this.
doing that. People do freeze themselves.
Yeah. So people say that he's like buried or like within the park and frozen. Wait, here's another this is a fact and this is really creepy.
Okay, tell me.
Not Disneyland's fault, but people have been known to take their loved ones' remains, so their ashes, go into the park and they sprinkle their ashes around. And one of the main places that they like to do it is within the haunted house. A haunted mansion ride. People will sneak on the ashes and they will distribute them within the haunted house. And, you know, the Disney cast members will come in and just quietly clean it up. But isn't that really weird?
That is gross.
I
feel like I heard somebody's mom, like of a celebrity, wanted that done.
To be in the haunted mansion?
No, just for her ashes to be sprinkled at Disney.
It's weird.
Yeah. I was like, I don't like that.
I know, and let's talk too. I do feel like there's a lot of adults that, like, okay, I'm not saying if you like Disney, it's weird, but like, you know the ones that like are obsessed with Disneyland and they're like adults? And it's really bizarre and it's like they never grew up.
Yeah.
There's so many of those people too. Like when you go to the parks, like really bizarre, just like immature adults. Like they're just, I don't know. They're like, they act like children. They're dressed like children, but they're, you know, full grown people.
Yeah.
And I just like, I think there's a tie between, there's like an emotional, almost like spiritual thing with them. I don't know. It's just like, it almost like they're stuck in their childhood.
Yeah.
And Disney.
Arrested Development.
Yeah. It's
or even just
strange. I just never seen adults be so obsessed with any sort of cartoon character, anything like that, except for like Disney. You know?
Yeah. I mean, it's kind of just like escapism.
I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In a way. I don't know. Were you the one that's telling me you went on the cruise? Was it a Disney cruise?
I've never been on a cruise and never will.
Okay. Not you. Somebody went on a Disney cruise and they said that they were in line with their like daughters waiting to see a princess, and there was like a 40 or 50-year-old man in line in front of them.
Yeah, the stuff like that.
Yes.
I see videos on like TikTok and stuff of people, like full grown women waiting in line to meet like Winnie the Pooh, and they're sobbing hysterically. No. Yes.
Okay, that's weird.
That's what I'm saying. Like there's something weird about Disney.
I mean, I feel like they cast spells.
Well,
you know?
Yeah.
I mean, I think it's magic. It's called magic for a reason. Like, so, I mean, again, is it that far-fetched to believe when like Taylor Swift even was like being accused of doing that at her concerts, right? Through her music and through... Like, people were saying they would go to her concert, leave, and then, like, have no recollection
a lot of people
at all of what they even just saw or did.
Well, yeah, and, like, you look at, like, the Disney stars, all those young girls that were put into all those Disney shows and elevated, and then look what happens.
They're all just crazy now. They've all literally
And that's part of the plan, too, because they want to get all these, you know, innocent, sweet girls to be fans, and because they do portray, like, a lovely young lady, like, you know, and it's fine, but then... they get these kids hooked on them and following them and being influenced by them. And then these girls turn into, you know, they're sexual, they're singing things they shouldn't be singing about, they're dressing really seductively.
Yeah.
And these
Miley
same
Lopez,
young girls.
Yeah, Miley Cyrus, like
so
Selena Gomez.
Yeah.
Like so many.
Yeah, and it's like, and these young girls are still following along. And, yeah, I mean, Christina Aguilera and Britney Spears, for example, as well.
That's true, yeah. Yeah, that goes way... I mean, that was like our time. So, yeah.
Yeah. Do you remember, what's his last name? His first name's Corey. I remember that because it's my name. But he was a big child actor in the 90s.
Boy Meets World?
No. No, his real name's Corey.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. I can't remember his last name all of a sudden. But if you saw a picture of him, you would recognize him.
Okay.
But he was, you know, a Disney star. And he ended up coming out and, like, basically coming out and telling everyone about all the pedophilia and everything that goes on with Disney and all the kids and the actors, and then he was silenced. A lot of them. No, I don't think he was offed.
Okay,
but yeah,
That's
But
so
yeah, but you know
sad.
what I'm saying? Like,
well, that's the other thing. It's like people are coming forward, but nothing's being done. Like the whole thing with the
Disney
Harvey.
is too powerful.
Yeah.
Nothing can be done.
It's just, it's awful.
Okay, like just like
well, even Epstein, like
Yeah.
the list, like nothing's really being done about that either.
nothing.
So.
It's nothing. And I don't really know much.
Speaking
will.
of Epstein, like Disney cruises used to stop out there.
St. James or
Yeah.
whatever. Yep, I know.
That was a stop for them.
Speaking of cruises, headline news just like a week ago, 2 weeks ago, they cracked down on child pornography and pedophiles, and they arrested a bunch of cast members off a Disney cruise that worked the employees on the Disney cruise that were caught with child pornography.
Yeah, that's the other thing.
But then again, it's like there were other cruise ships as well, but Disney was one of them. And it's like nothing's going to happen. Like people are still going to go on the cruises. People are going to still do all the things. That's what I was going to say earlier. So I learned that if you have Disney Plus subscription, which we do, we have it at our house, that in the disclaimer, like when because you sign the agreement that nobody reads, in there it says you cannot sue them, like at all. And a family went through this. I think that was the doctor woman. She was killed at a park on a ride, and the family wanted to sue Disneyland, and they said, "Oh no, you have Disney Plus, and it's in the agreement, and it's in there."
Yes.
So like.
That's something to be aware of for sure.
I know.
It's just like a legal clause that they have in there.
Yes.
That's so gross.
I haven't looked into that, but
yeah.
That's what I heard from someone really reputable. So I'm assuming they did their homework.
Well, and I'm sure like you could probably go find that contract yourself.
I could.
Because if you're going to sign up for it, it's going to pop up.
It'll be in there.
Most people just don't read. They're just like scroll, check.
No one's
because it's like, well, if I want to use your services, like I have to agree to your terms. You know? So
there's no other option.
No, just not have it. So, I mean.
But yeah, like Disney is just, they're like their own empire. And like you said, like how the royal family owns the land of Disney World.
Oh, I should read you what that said.
The royal family, we know about them, so.
Yeah, so it says they only answer to the crown, and they're owned by Britain. The land that Disney World is on is owned by the crown. So since 1960, Disney has been a tax-free sovereign district and will be, according to a clause in the British Bill of Rights from 1692. And it states that Britain has sovereignty over any territory of the crown until the last descendant of King Charles III is passed. So he would never have to have somebody, like nobody could be, like the chances of that happening though, of no one being on the crown, like throne after him, seems pretty slim.
Yeah.
Like the likelihood of that is forever.
But like why? That's what you have to ask yourself. Like that's bizarre.
It is bizarre.
If it really is just an amusement park, why do they have this tie to the crown?
Right. I don't know.
Yeah.
Weird.
I mean, I kind of feel like I know, but.
Yeah, exactly. Well, especially with everything that's come out with, you know, Prince Charles and like, who was the other one that was on Epstein's list? Prince Andrew.
Oh, yeah.
Like some of the princesses.
But not Diana.
No.
I think she was really different.
Yeah,
I think she was killed.
I think do you think she's still alive?
Could be. How would we know?
We wouldn't.
You wouldn't know.
No.
You know how easy that would be?
The world is a stage.
Yeah. To fake that.
So.
But either way, I feel like she either faked her own death or she was killed by them.
Yeah.
I think
so too.
Yeah.
So.
Okay, and then there's Club 33 also.
Okay, yes.
That's weird because like people don't know 33 degree Masons, like it's the highest level of Mason, like of the ranks of being a Freemason.
Yeah.
And so it's an occultic number. And there's Club 33, which is a hidden club at Disneyland. And they go down and there's like a restaurant and everything. And it's like, it's tens of thousands of dollars to join and then thousands more every year to maintain being a member. There's different levels of membership.
Oh, okay. See, I don't even know because we haven't done Disney for so long.
Yeah, but like you wouldn't do just Club 33 unless you like wanted to shell out a ton of money to be part of it. And there's a wait list that's like years and years long. So it's like, it's super hard to get into.
Oh, okay. Well, I saw a video pop up of this lady recording people going into like the Club 33 door.
Yeah.
There were no children. They were all men in their like late 30s, early 40s. And she's like, what are you guys doing? Like, who are you guys? Like, why are you going into this club? Like,
oh, I love this woman.
Yeah, you don't have children. Like,
yeah, what is this?
What is this?
This is bizarre.
It is. Yeah. Like, it's just like, why would you be a grown man going to a secret club in Disney?
Well, it's made for adults because they serve alcohol and stuff down there. And it's the very, like, you would walk by the door and not know it's there.
So
it's in the
is
New Orleans
an adult thing.
Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah, it's for adults.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, speaking of for adults, I did see that, let me find it here, that they had opened up like an adult only. Do you remember that? It was at Disney World, like an adult only like nightclub.
No.
Yeah.
Weird.
So I was trying to see. It was called. I want to say it was called Pleasure Island. Yes, in 1986,
Ew, it's called Pleasure Island.
adult-only theme park club at night called Pleasure Island.
Creepy. That's so weird.
I know, that's gross.
Ew.
So
They're probably all on the Epstein list.
I mean, it's just more
kidding.
gross, I feel now, because we know about Epstein. I feel like back then, before you even knew what Pleasure Island really was, like Epstein Island, it wasn't like, it was just like, oh, it's a name.
Right.
You know what I mean?
I know.
But still, Pleasure Island, that's still kind of a gross name in general.
It's a weird name.
Like, I don't know that I would want to go to a club today or even like 20 years ago that was called Pleasure Island.
Especially at like a kid's amusement park. It just feels weird to me.
Yeah.
I don't like that at all.
So.
I never heard of that. That's wild, but it's not there anymore.
I don't know. I don't know if it is or not.
It's a secret now.
Maybe it's a secret. Yeah, it's like a speakeasy. You have to have like a secret word.
Code word.
Monsters Inc.
Monsters Inc.
Adrenochrome.
Okay. That's a great... We should talk about Monsters Inc.
Okay.
I loved that movie. It was like actually one of my son's favorite movies when he was little. But now I look at it differently. So, you know, the...
Harvesting terror
of children to basically have power for their own existence, the monsters. And that's exactly what the files were all full of. And yeah, basically it's just a mirrored image of adrenochrome and what they do to children. It's just really hard and dark to talk about, but they torture and terrorize children to the point of
almost death,
almost,
right?
And then they drain their blood, and there's something that happens within the blood.
Your
it's
adrenaline.
a chemical that's released, adrenaline, and then they consume it.
Yeah, and it's crazy because Nathan Reynolds, going back to him again, because he was part of that, you know?
Yeah.
He said that it's actually silver when they...
It looks silver?
Yeah. That when it actually is in the blood and they get it out,
I think I've heard
silver.
that before, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But how awful. That's terrible. So if you look at it through that lens of like, well, scaring, terrifying, torturing children through great fear, so the adrenaline is just coursing through them and you're harvesting that for your energy.
Yeah.
I mean, it gives them energy. It keeps them, you know, young. It keeps them, you know, youthful.
Yeah, and in the movie, they were using it just to power their world. So they harnessed the kids' screams, their terror, and then filled up these canisters.
Yep.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, it's sad.
It is really sad.
But, you know, but it's like you can't deny that that's exactly the picture they were painting with that. I'm
right.
sorry.
No, it's true.
Like, if you don't want to believe it, that's fine, but...
Well, and there's so many, like, hidden things in there, like the numbers, like you were saying, like, I think it was like The Rescuers. There's movies, like, all over, like, the pictures on the background. There's stick figures, like, having, you know, adult things happening, going on. You know what I mean? Like, just, it's like, why? Why do you need to put that in children's movies?
Oh, yeah.
You know?
So much of the, like, number 23, which, again, is a Masonic number, 33, 13. They're, like, all in these movies.
Right. And even just, like, the symbolism is there, you know? Even in It's a Small World, you'll go in and see the triangles with, like, the...
All-seeing eye.
No, it's a triangle that goes inside of itself like that, like this.
So
a triangle.
The pedophile symbol.
Yeah, it's the pedophile symbol.
Yeah.
That you can go on the FBI's website and actually look up these symbols. These are not just like, this is hearsay, this is a conspiracy. No, these things are proven. Why is it that it's all over in your movies, all over on your characters? Like, they
kids'
have
toys too.
Kids' toys that has these symbols on them. And so that's just
every detail of these films is planned out. Like, they don't just rush these to, you know, the market. They're not just putting random things on random outfits, whatever it is. Like, these are very intentional.
Yes.
Everything is intentional when they are making these movies, these shows. So you can't just let it be like, oh, it's nothing.
Yes.
Like, oh, coincidence.
No.
Unfortunately, it's not. It's
well,
not.
I mean, I don't believe in coincidences, but
I
maybe if it was a one-off, that would be more believable to be coincidental. But when it's constant, you know what I mean? And that's the thing, is once you see it, like, you can't unsee it. I'm pretty sure Chris hates watching any movies with me now. I'm like, did you see that?
Oh, me too. I catch everything, I feel like. Well, I try to, at least, but I can't even help it. Yeah.
It's just once you know about it, it's there. And so that triangle symbol represents, like, lover boy. Like, so it means that whoever has that symbol, or they're using that symbol, it means that they prefer, like, young boys. Same with like code words for food, like pizza, pasta, walnut. These things all mean code words. Like pizza, I think, is little boy. And so tell me why on like Lilo and Stitch, literally she's coming out of a pizza box. Like they open the oven and it's like a pizza box that she's coming out of. Like tell me why, like why would you do these things? You know what I mean? It's not just like, oh, that's fun.
Yeah.
Like it's symbolic. It means something.
Yes, it does.
So, and that's just one instance. There's like so many.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah. And like Walt Disney, he was tied to, what was the Des Moines?
Yes.
Is that what it's called?
It's not Freemasonry.
Yeah.
But it is like a youth program that they have. But when he created his like coin that had Mickey on it, it did have like the Masonic G with the
like the compass and
yes.
the whole thing. Yeah, it has the Masonic symbol on his coin. So obviously he's tied to Freemasons. Somehow.
Yeah.
And maybe he wasn't part of the Brotherhood, but he definitely had ties to it.
Well, and he also has like a bunch of property, you know. He purchased the Masonic LA, where the Jimmy Kimmel shows recorded.
Oh, I didn't know
that.
Is what it was. Oh, he owns that building.
Yeah, so he owns that building.
That's a big Masonic building.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is.
Let me make sure that I said that right, because I was like, I want to make sure.
Yeah, you could fact check yourself.
Yeah. I don't want people to come back and be like, you're wrong.
I know. We never want to say things wrong. What if we do? Sorry, but...
Mm-hmm.
That's why we say do your own research.
Yeah, LA. It was LA, the Hollywood Masonic Temple.
Yeah.
Yeah, Jimmy Kimmel.
So he bought the land that's on.
So he owns a building.
He owns a building.
Yeah.
Or his family does.
Well, the company of Disney, I should say. Not Walt himself, but Disney owns that.
Of course.
Yes.
Well, because they own like, don't they own like ABC and all these other...
I even think they own ESPN.
Yeah, they
own most of the news.
Yeah, they do.
Is that
MSNBC,
yes,
probably.
I feel like
they own a lot of the news stations. Well, like they even have, like, I know they work with the government because in World War II, they sided with the government and made war propaganda videos and things like that.
No.
So, yeah.
Ew.
So, I mean, they're an empire. Like, they are.
I mean, but think about it. Like, Hollywood is also owned and, like, not owned, but, like, the CIA is in Hollywood. They control people, too. So, it's like, why wouldn't they use anything that's reaching a massive amount of people?
Right. Like
you know what I mean? So, like, I feel like anything that's kind of, like, reaching lots of people, like, they're going to use that to their advantage.
Well, that's how they do reach us, is through our television.
Television. Channel.
Yeah. Yeah.
So.
Cast members. Casting, like, what is, you know what I mean? Like, spells. Like, there's meaning to words.
Oh,
for sure.
Totally. I mean, and even speaking of, like, casting spells, like, remember, like, The Sorcerer's Apprentice?
I never watched it.
Okay. There's, like, at one point, the, like, bad guy, the villain, he looks like a cow, and he's got, like, a burning, like, he looks like Moloch, like the god, you know what I mean? Like the cow head, and then he's got, like, a arch with fire in it.
Oh my
It's, like, in his stomach.
Creepy.
Yeah. So it's like, okay, well, also there's that. Like, in it, he's a sorcerer's apprentice. So I was, like, even looking, like, just biblically, like, what does the Bible say about it, you know? And, like, it talks about, like, you shouldn't let it says, you shall not permit a sorcerer to live. And that was Exodus 22:18, right? And, like.
Permit a sorcerer to live.
Yes. So the Bible's basically, like, have nothing to do with sorcery, right? And so I thought that was interesting. And it says in Deuteronomy 18:10-13, there must not be anyone among you who passes his son or daughter through fires, which is like Moloch, because they would take their babies alive and toss them into this burning furnace. Again, like the Disney Sorcerer's Apprentice. I thought that was interesting. And so it says anyone who practices divination, a soothsayer, an enchanter, a sorcerer, a spellcaster, a consulter of ghosts or spirits, a necromancer, for whoever does these things is detestable to Adonai, and because of these abominations, Adonai your God is driving them out ahead of you. You must be wholehearted with your God, Adonai. And so for those people that are like, I want more, like, that's Old Testament, you know? Revelations 21:8 says, but as for the cowardly, the untrustworthy, the abominable, the murderers, the sexually immoral, sorcerers, idol worshippers, and all liars, their law is in the lake of fire. Isn't that crazy? So I'm just like,
there's so much of that in Disney films.
Yeah.
Sorcery.
Yeah. It's just like, all Disney has
Mhm.
some sort of sorcery and magic.
Mhm.
Like, I can't think of, I mean, maybe the ones that are like more like people like Inside Out, maybe, or I don't know.
Pretty much, it's all
Yeah.
like I can't think
But
of
for the
many that
most part,
aren't.
majority of them are magical in some sort of a sense.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
it's just interesting because it's like it's there, you know? I mean, but I don't know. I feel like it's hard. It's hard to like see it. It's hard to see past the magical like fantasy.
Yeah.
It's like a veil over your eyes.
It is.
Yeah.
Well, it's just like they can't just like come out and say it like, oh, we're going to teach your kids, you know, sorcery and, you know, hide subliminal sexual messages in here or just put it in your face. So they have to hide it.
Yeah.
And they have to paint a picture and make it look all cutesy and whatnot. Like, but yeah, but like the root of it, it's like we're all still being influenced, especially as children. Like even if on the surface it seems innocent, like you're still like getting the deeper message, you know, into your conscience. And like I think that's why there's certain movies like I didn't like growing up. And I know this isn't Disney, but like Wizard of Oz, like always
I don't
freaked
like
me
that
out.
either. Yeah.
It's just so and now I know why. You know, so it's like
lots of weird stuff happened on that movie too.
That movie's so strange.
Yeah, somebody died, like hung themselves on that. Like they were swinging actually
in the background in the woods. Yeah.
So yeah. But I don't know.
I would love to like be able to talk to like a retired cast member that worked at Disneyland.
Well,
like not everyone sees everything though. Like that's again like everything's compartmentalized. Not everyone that works there is going to know like the dark things that go on, but there's got to be some.
Well, I mean, you can like go and like find people that come out who've worked there and they're like, yeah, there were certain things we had to do. Like we had to like high five the Brer Rabbit or like kind of air high five him or like bad things happen.
Oh, they're like superstitious?
So lots of weird superstitious things like that. I wonder if
they had a lot of NDAs working there.
Maybe.
I kind of would think so.
Yeah, you would think.
Depending on maybe where you're working, what you're doing.
So, and remember the like puppet, he was like the creepy, I don't know, like the ventriloquist puppet. Like same with him, like on certain rides, they had to like do something for him or like bad things would happen. Yeah.
Weird.
So I'm like, I don't like that. It's creepy.
Yeah.
So
very strange.
But I mean, I'm just not like a fan of amusement parks in general, but
yeah, I'm
not my
either
cup
anymore.
Of tea. Crowds, long lines. It's hot.
It is always hot.
Kids are screaming. Kids are whining.
It's expensive.
It's hot.
Yeah.
I don't want to stand in line.
Yeah.
Like
you have to eat junk food.
That's not my idea of a vacation.
Me neither.
But I know that people love it, and I know that like they have special memories and stuff doing that. So I'm not like
I'm not want to like ruin Disney for people. I really don't.
I'm just saying like it's not for me.
Yeah.
Which is fine. I mean we're agree to disagree.
Here's the thing. Like if we did like a big family trip with multiple family members and they said, let's go to Disneyland, I'd probably go. But I just keep an extra eye on the kids.
Right.
Yeah.
You have to like put them in the like backpacks with leashes.
I have to be the mom with the leash. But their kids are like teenagers. That would be really weird.
Yeah, they're like, Mom, I hate this.
Yeah.
Well, what do you do though? I mean, like AirTags only work if they're like on your children.
Yeah. Well, you just keep really good track of them, I guess. But yeah, I mean, I don't know. It's just if I knew all the stuff when I was taking them when they were super little, that would have been. I don't think I would have enjoyed myself as much because I would have been concerned.
Wait, were you also telling me about the one girl who like lost her mom and she went to the Lost and Found or something like that?
The story's gonna be not perfectly told, but the gist of it is there was a mother who came out and she had lost her daughter, and her daughter was really, really young. I think maybe like 4 or 5. And she goes to one of the cast members that was nearby. I think it was one of the shops. So she was close to a shop. She went in and said, I'm missing my daughter. And like, okay, well, like, and they always, if anyone goes missing, apparently, if any child goes missing, and they keep it very quiet, like they don't sound alarms, nothing. It's like very silent. They'll just like send out a message to the people that work there. They're supposed to now keep an eye out for this kid. So she gave the description, outfit, all these things.
Okay.
And then, so I guess that process starts, but then she like walks out of the shop and then she looks down the way and there's a young girl that comes up to her and she's looking up at her and it's dressed just like her daughter, but it wasn't her daughter. And she's like so freaked out and she's like, are you lost? Like she, so confused. And the little girl walks away and then the next thing she knows, like her daughter just shows up. But they were like wearing the same exact outfit and everything and like very similar looking. And she's like, I still don't know to this day like what that was, but it scared me so much. Yeah.
That's terrifying.
So like, I don't know if that's true, but it's like,
but it's weird.
It's such a weird story to tell regardless. But I'm like, wow, like what does that even mean? Do they, because like if your child gets kidnapped, one of the things they do is they'll change their clothes, cut their hair like really quickly. so that they can't be
No.
identified.
Ew.
Oh, yeah.
I didn't know that.
So if you see, like, one of the things they say that, like, if you see a child's, and I'm not saying this is
like a
obviously,
poor haircut.
maybe that,
Their
or like
bangs
their
are like,
shoes, or their shoes are too big or something.
okay.
Because like a lot of times they'll have outfits for these kids, but the shoes might not fit, or the clothes are oversized, and it kind of looks odd. And like, if I would say that's not a reason to go after somebody, but if that paired with some other weird activities going on, like that could be a child that was just abducted, changed into clothes, and is being taken away.
Oh,
yeah.
man. That's good to know. I didn't know that. I mean, that's probably just good to know in general.
Just in general.
Everywhere. But yeah. Wow. How
I know.
awful.
So I don't know. So back to that story. It's like, yeah, I remember hearing this woman talk about it, but if it's true, I don't know.
That is
but weird.
Yeah, that's so weird. Another weird thing is like at Disney, I heard that like all the American flags are either like missing a star or something. So that way, if something happens, like they don't ever have to fly their
they don't have to put
flag.
on half-mast. Oh, that actually makes sense.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, they control the air traffic and everything there. Like
They do?
Planes don't fly right over it. No.
Oh, I
They're
didn't
close
know
to an
that.
airport. Yeah.
Oh, wow. I didn't know that.
Mm-hmm.
We're close to an airport, and I wish planes didn't fly over our house.
Yeah, I know. But yeah, isn't that crazy?
Wow, I did not know that. Okay. So there's just lots of weird little things.
Aren't they built on a ley line, Disneyland?
Oh,
I'm pretty sure there's a significance to where it's built.
Okay, so this might just be complete crazy. Okay, we're putting our tinfoil hats on for a minute because we don't know if this is true.
Okay, go for it.
But I heard that like amusement parks are actually like energy harvesting.
Okay,
energy.
I've seen this theory.
Okay, I don't know how much I believe about it,
Same.
but basically the theory is like you go to, whether it be Disney, Six Flags, wherever, right? Dolly World. Although I heard they're closing. Sorry,
Dolly World's closing?
I don't know, but that's what I heard.
Oh my gosh.
And we didn't go when we were over there. But anyways, they like harvest energy. Like they have huge, I don't know, coils and like things that can like harvest emotion basically as energy. Sounds weird.
Kind of like Monsters Inc.
Kind
Again,
of.
like so they're hard. So the theory is, I've seen this. It's like very new, I think.
Okay.
My hunch, and this is like totally a hunch because I have not looked into it. It's like a gut feeling. I feel like AI created this theory.
Oh, okay.
I do.
Okay.
I just have this feeling that AI created this conspiracy theory and now people are just running with it because it gets views and likes and shares. And who knows? I could be wrong. But basically the theory, it's like they're harvesting our energy off of these rides. But then like, how are they doing that? And like, why?
I don't know.
You know what I mean?
But then again, it's like, how do you get like energy out of the ether?
True.
I don't know.
So I don't know. I hope that's not a real one.
I hope not either. It's
like everything is just against you at this point.
Well, everything that they like present as like fun
and innocent.
Come and do this. I mean, obviously, we should know by this point that that's a red flag. You know?
Yeah.
Smoke cigarettes.
Yeah.
Have some Coke in your Coke.
Yeah. Coke in your Coke. I know.
Yeah. So crazy. Everything is just kind of upside down, inverted. So
we're packaged in a pretty little pink box with a bow on top, but inside it's, poison or, something.
A poison apple.
Yeah, like a poison apple.
So, yeah, speaking of poison apples, like one of the stories for Snow White was like when she ate the poison apple, Prince Charming comes and sees her in her coffin. And again, like how creepy is this prince? And he begs the dwarves for her body. Please let me have her body.
Ew.
Yeah, and they're like, no.
These stories are so
creepy.
Like,
no, like she's just sleeping peacefully, like please. And I guess he finally begs enough and wears him down that they're finally like, okay. I don't know if he pays them. I don't remember that
So
part.
the real story is, and they just hand her over?
They hand her over and like they're taking her back to his castle because who doesn't want a sleeping unalive princess in their castle? And I guess they drop her coffin, and when they drop her, she like chokes a piece of apple up and she comes back alive.
Just in time.
Just in time to be taken to the prince's. Yeah, isn't his name Prince Charming in the Disney one?
I feel like, aren't they all like named that? I don't know.
Oh, maybe, I don't know.
No, I just say
that. But
that's
I mean, they're not really Prince Charming.
Names.
They're kind of gross. Yeah. Like one's like taking advantage of someone while they're, in 100 years of sleep.
Yeah.
The other one wants, the body of another.
Yeah, that's weird. But not in the Disney versions.
Not in the Disney.
The original stories.
Yeah, in the original fairy tales.
Yeah.
So
yeah, well, like even Pinocchio too. It was a man that wrote the whole series of Pinocchio, and the whole series, I think it was like a comic in a newspaper, is where it came from.
Oh,
and every story that came out probably on a weekly basis.
Yeah,
Pinocchio was being tortured and abused. And the whole idea behind that was the writer was like into really like
Ew.
making sure that like boys, like naughty boys that didn't like fall in line were punished. And then at the end of the series, at one point, Pinocchio gets hung in a tree, and like you could look at all the drawings; it's all there.
Oh,
like,
I think
it's
I
all
saw
documented.
that. I think
and
I saw that.
The people were so upset about this, especially parents, because their kids would read these comics. They're like, "You need to bring Pinocchio back. Like this is traumatizing." So he did, but like every single story, he was being like tortured and abused.
Gross.
Yeah. So
well, can we also talk about like Pinocchio's made of wood? Like that's weird too. Like he's wood. He's like wood. Like I don't know.
I see what you're saying.
It's like I don't like it. Like
yeah.
I mean, I guess he's like a puppet. He carved him or whatever, but
yeah,
it's just kind of a weird concept. Like who thinks of that? Like I'm gonna make like a fake. Like it's almost like I'm gonna make a boy, but I'm gonna make him out of wood.
Well, maybe like in this instance, the guy made him out of wood because then if he can like make a story of like torturing a young boy, it's not a real boy. But it's a puppet. So like it kind of got away with it. Because if you wrote a story and it was like a real kid, I never would have like probably even entered the newspaper.
Right, exactly.
So
but still it's kind of just weird and
that is weird.
Gross.
It's creepy.
A
lot of these stories are just written by really creepy adults.
Well, and like
something's wrong with you.
Well, and just like a few years ago, one of the like top Pixar Disney people, he was like put in jail because he had paid for like thousands like of online torture.
Oh my gosh.
And like bad things to like
I bet if
girls.
they would really to dig into Disney and everyone that works for them, it would just completely fall apart if it all came out.
Well, and so many like producers and stuff, they know that they're like convicted pedophiles. Even like workers hired at Disneyland, Disney World, they know they've been convicted. Like they're convicted pedophiles.
And they still hire them.
Why are you hiring them?
Yeah.
Like, is nobody else want to work here? Like, is it drawing only certain types of people? Like, I don't know. So I just thought that was really interesting. But yeah, that guy, he was basically like, he was the one that created Ratatouille and like...
I love Ratatouille.
I know.
I actually feel like Ratatouille is like pretty innocent.
Yeah.
As far as the movies go.
Yeah, but he was like basically... Okay, so it was a year and a half ago and his name was Bolhem Boshiba was the guy's name. And he was one of the top animators for Disney Pixar and he was sentenced to only 25 years.
Wow.
Only 25 years for the remote torture and sexual assault on young girls ages 3 through 15.
Oh my gosh.
And it said involving as many as 1,000 children.
Oh my goodness.
And he was basically arrested in 2018 for sexually awaiting an 8-year-old girl. Mm-hmm.
Wow.
But he was like, well, I'm looking forward to going to prison because at least I won't be able to do bad things to children there.
Weird.
Yeah. I'm like, you need help. Like,
yeah.
There's something wrong. Like,
you'll be locked up for way longer than 25 years.
These are the people that are creating these shows. And so it's like, no wonder all these like sexual innuendos and like perverted things are hidden inside of there.
Yeah, like you watch some of the clips from Ariana Grande when she was on Disney.
She's
and,
the one that wanted the mom, her ashes spilled. Sorry.
Oh, she did?
Yeah, her mom was the one that wanted to have her ashes scattered at Disneyland.
Weird.
And she came out and was like bragging about, I dumped my mom's ashes at Disney World.
She actually did it. So Ariana Grande, she was a little child actress, and you watch some clips from her show.
Mm-hmm.
And they're super sexual, like so inappropriate.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Like what show was she on? I
forget the name of it. She was on a big show. Like it was like when I think we were a little old for like when it was airing.
Yeah, I was gonna say that was after my time for sure.
But like gosh, I don't know the name of it.
Sad.
People listening will know the name, but yeah, I mean, but it was super sexual. But it was like hidden, like to look innocent. But it's like it's not like it's actually straight up in your face. Like you can't deny it. Like you're looking at it, you're like, this is so creepy that they're having her say this and do this. Like not okay.
That's horrible.
Yeah, I know.
I don't like that.
So there's just a lot. There's just a lot. Like I'm like, and again, like it's not like it's a one-off thing. It's over and over and over again. It's been happening for decades.
Mm-hmm.
And it's sad because it's something that is so part of our culture, especially in the United States. And like I know Disney reaches the whole world, but I feel like it's such an integral part of our pop culture.
Yeah,
to find out it's so like dark and devious and like
yeah.
Ugh, I know.
I mean, we were sad when we found out. Like it took me a while to like purge everything in my home.
So you have like no Disney?
We have no Disney, but I will say like once we got rid of all of it, like our home felt lighter.
Did it?
Yeah.
Wow.
So
Yeah.
take that with, with what you may. But
Yeah.
I feel like
Yeah.
our home felt like a lot lighter
Mm-hmm.
and better. But it was a weird reaction from just like people we knew. Like they were just kind of like,
It's
I don't know.
polarizing.
Like, just,
People get upset with this one. And I do understand that.
Yeah.
I really do.
Yeah.
But we're not like trying to convince people not to do something or believe something. It's like these are actually like real. Like you can go watch all these films and look at it yourself. Like it's not like we're making this up.
No.
So it is there. You could choose to ignore it. That's fine. No judgment at all. But like it's just we're just coming out and saying, okay, these are the facts, and just to be aware.
Yeah.
At least,
I think
at the least, just be aware.
I think so. And I mean, I think that's the biggest part, right? Is just like being aware and like knowing like, okay, what am I exposing my children to? Because there was that one Disney show that came out and it was about a girl whose father was Satan. Her mom and Satan like have a child. And she's like,
That's like so in your face, though.
That is so in your face. That is so gross. Like, I'm sorry, but that is just wrong, you know? And
it's
so
very wrong.
She's doing like pentagrams on the ground and like lighting candles and doing all sorts of weird things. And like, I don't know. It's just witchcraft. Yeah. Again, with the sorcery, it's like, I don't allow that into my home because I don't want open doors. Like, I don't want that in my house, So if that means like, okay, my kids aren't allowed to watch that, then so be it, you know? And it's like, I'm the guarder of their eyes. I'm the keeper of their eyes. So it's like, I have to like, as much as I can't guard everything.
Right.
But to the best of my like abilities, I want to like protect them from things that they shouldn't be exposed to. Which, and I feel like Satan having sex with someone and having a child is something that they probably shouldn't know about.
Correct. Yeah. And I don't think anyone could disagree with you on that one.
I know. It's weird. So, and I mean, Turning Red was about a girl having her period for the first time.
We never saw that one.
I didn't either, but I'm like, hey, well, if my daughter is going to know about any of that, it's going to come from me.
Yeah.
Like, it's not going to come from a show.
Right.
That's weird.
Yeah, it is weird.
It's weird.
Well, then they have some, like, some other things that are inappropriate for children, like homosexuality. Like, that shouldn't be in a kid's movie.
No.
It just doesn't belong there.
No, it's like your sexual preferences in the bedroom. Like, that's your business. But, like,
as an adult,
no, I'm not going around telling you what my preferences are.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah,
I'm not shoving it down your throat.
Right.
So it's like,
it's just like there's no room for it to be in a kid's movie or film. Like, it's okay as an adult, make your decisions, but like as in a kid's movie, like why put that in there? Like obviously they're trying to push an agenda,
right?
And
it's definitely cooling down a lot. I feel like, especially like
people have been
like they've lost tons of money, and I know that like especially they're trying to come out with more like wholesome family, but I'm like, I hope people don't fall for that because it's literally like it's only a matter of time before it just slips back into what it was, and it'll probably be even worse, because that's normally what happens.
Yeah,
like we're gonna be on good behavior because it's affecting our bottom line. But it's like it's too little, too late for me in this point in time. I'm just like I'm over it.
Yeah,
no,
yeah, the same.
But this has been a good one. This has been an interesting topic.
It's
hopefully,
kind of like a sad one. This one kind of makes me sad.
It is, and hopefully, people aren't like,
too offended.
Right. It's kind of like I would equate the Disney with like vaccines.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
As far as just like people being offended by it.
Like, I see what you're saying. Sure.
So
it
but
could be a little triggering. That's not our goal.
No,
so hopefully we did it.
We're just like shedding light, hopefully, and we're just discussing. It's like again, you're overhearing our conversation at a coffee date. So
this is what you get.
This is what you get. I'm sorry.
You chose to eavesdrop. It's not our fault. Okay. Well, I think this was great, and I can't wait for the next one.
Yeah, me too.
Bippity boppity boop.
Until next time.
Until next time.